Welcome to this week of the Romelite Show. I know we've been kind of MIT for about a week or so. We had some things going on, but we back, me and my boy Lamar.
What's up with it, Ron?
You know, we missed my boy Mario. He got stuck in traffic and a bunch of, you know, all this shit going on and all that. But you here in spirit, my brother. You here in spirit. This week we want to talk about, it's been a lot of focus on Islam, but it only been from Europeans. I don't know why, but they've been like real angry. You know what, matter of fact, more people, check this out.
Hey, calm down. We're not this far from going to jail. Yeah, really? Free speech only has so many limits. Hey, $100,000 check. Take it off my neck. It's religion of peace, huh? That looks like peace. Wait a minute. Hey, who protests arms and guns? I'll play them out.
Schweine! Fickt euch!
On the last Sunday in October, 5,000 football hooligans and far-right thugs from all over Germany descended on Cologne under the banner Hooligans Against Salafists. Although football hooligans have a reputation for mindless violence, on this day they were trying to hold a peaceful demonstration against the rise of radical Islam in Germany. The protest quickly escalated into violent clashes between hooligans, police and locals. Tensions between radical Islamists and far-right groups culminated last year in the alleged attempt by two Salafists to assassinate the leader of the regional right-wing party, Pro NRW. These tensions have not been resolved since. Nevertheless, no one had expected this conflict to produce what experts have labeled the biggest right-wing demonstration in West Germany since the Second World War. Apart from the hooligans, the demo was comprised of seemingly disparate groups from all over Germany, uniting football fans, concerned citizens and known neo-Nazis. It even featured a handful of Kurds that were demonstrating against the Islamic State.
Ich habe mitbekommen davon, dass die Weser heute eine Demo gegen Salafisten macht und da bin ich für und bin genauso gegen die Salafisten. Und in der einen Sicht sollten wir alle gleich sein, die haben ja nichts zu suchen.
Not even half an hour had passed before the first bottles hit windows and police officers. From the start of the demo, the violence had not only been directed at the police, but also at the journalists trying to cover it. die Leute hier wollen nicht, dass wir filmen, deswegen filmen wir sie nicht. Wir filmen nicht und sagen, dass hier die Leute extrem aggressiv sind und nicht wollen, dass wir sie filmen.
Ja genau, sag das, extrem aggressiv und so, ja?
Ja. Zum Beispiel, die wollen uns jetzt hier verdrängen, aber gut.
Das ist scheißegal, Junge, interessiert mich nicht.
Ja, sehr gut. Also,
so eine scheiß linke Presse wie ihr könnt die Fresse halten. Ja, wollen wir hier nicht.
The violence and open racism at the demonstration has sent shockwaves through Germany. While the media is still trying to make sense of the who and why, far-right groups from all over Germany have expressed their support. Meanwhile, follow-up demonstrations announced for Hamburg and Berlin have been cancelled by the organizers. But the fact that it took off at all is a powerful indicator that the fear of radical Islamism in Germany is beginning to drive people into the arms of radicals.
To put us as second-class citizens in our country and put these other people, these alien colonizers, before us.
Pegida is a German anti-Islam and anti-immigrant street movement which stands for patriotic Europeans against the Islamization of the West. Its rallies have attracted up to 25,000 supporters.
This is the main banner.
Obviously that looks a lot like a swastika to me.
In the bin. In the bin. It's in the bin. It's in the bin.
Okay. So the movement obviously started in Germany. Are you like affiliated with the German movement?
We have the blessing.
Yeah, we were born from them. They don't tell us how we can sort of run the organisation.
We do that ourselves, how we think it should be for England.
If what you describe as the Islamization of Britain continues, how do you imagine Britain looking? What is sort of your worst case scenario?
Oppression of women.
Yes.
First and foremost, the oppression of women. I mean, would you like to wear a burqa? I wouldn't want to walk around in a burqa. That's what Sharia law calls for. Child marriage.
Are those things that you legitimately think could happen in Britain?
Yes, I definitely believe that. 100%, I believe it can happen here, and I think that's what their aim is, and that's what the hate preachers say their aim is. Yeah. We will dominate.
Attack British people. So why are you here today?
I'm here to protest against the rise of Islamic extremism in the UK and Europe.
Do you worry that this demo is going to make normal Muslim people feel unsafe in this town?
I feel unsafe. I feel unsafe. It's not the white Christians that are causing any trouble. It's the Muslims who are causing the trouble.
I see you've made a t-shirt. Can you talk to me about what it shows?
What's the difference between that and that? There's no difference whatsoever. They're like Nazis, that's what they are, killing people all over the world. That's not a religion, it's a cult. I'm not racist, never ever have been, but somebody's got to make a stand against the extremists.
What on earth is going on with our media, with our political class, to put us as second-class citizens in our country and put these other people, these alien colonizers, before us? And the other story in the week was the 1/3 of Muslims in this country think that it is okay to kill journalists who are exposing the truth about the sort of person Muhammad was.
Alright, welcome back. Now, I want to share with y'all 15 things that the Moors in Europe, what they brought to Europe. In 7 AD, when the African army, heard the African army,
This is Moors of Spain?
Yeah, the Moors of Spain. under their leader Tariq, came from northern Africa and invaded Spain. That's one. Number two, the noble Gauts, the German rulers of Spain, was broken in an hour, quicker than the tongue can tell. They conquered Spain in less than an hour. That's how strong and powerful their army was. 3. The Moors ruled Spain for 800 years, introducing new science techniques to Europe, such as the astrolabe, a device for measuring the position of the stars and the planets. Scientific progress in astronomy, chemistry, physics, mathematics, geography, philosophy flourished in Moor Spain. Number 4. Burcell Davis, one of the most noted historians, recognized and declared that there was no land at that time, the 8th century, more admired by the neighbors or more comfortable to live in than a rich African civilization which took shape in Spain. Number 5. Cordova, the heart of the Moorish territory in Spain, was the most modern city in Europe. The streets was well paved with a raised sidewalk for the pedestrians, 10-mile street lamps. This was 100 years before Paris had a paved street or street lamps in London. Cordova had 900 public bathrooms. They introduced soap to Europe.
So all the stuff we see out here today, like even all the architectural.
Yeah.
And I had somebody point this out to me like about 15 years ago, a Muslim friend of mine, about the Moors of Spain. And like a lot, we were just talking about this in Mexican Road, that little piece.
Just the sidewalk alone.
All that stuff.
Right there.
That's where it was developed.
Right.
Yeah.
The Moors built the great mosque in Cordova. Check that out. Number 7, the educational was universal in Moor Spain, available to all, while in Christian Europe, 99% of the population was illiterate. Even the kings could neither read nor write. Moors had 17 great universities. Number 9, over 400 Arabic words have been observed into the Spanish language. Number 10, the Moors introduced eating by breaking down meals into separate courses, beginning with soup and ending with dessert. Didn't know that. When you go to a restaurant, well, you always get last. Dessert. Where did it come from? The Moors. Where the Moors get it from? Africa. The Moors introduced orange, lemons, peach, apricot, fig, sugarcane, dates, ginger, pomegranate, cotton, silk, and rice, which remain some of Spain's main products today. 13. The Moors lived in fat palaces, while the rulers of Germany, France, and England lived in big barns with no windows, no chimney, just a big ass hole in the roof for the smoke to exit out. Number 14. It was through Africa that the new knowledge of China, India, and Arabia reached Europe. The Moors brought the compass from China into Europe. They fucked up because they wouldn't have brought that. Christopher Columbus ass wouldn't have made it this goddamn far. The Moors was finally defeated and driven out by force of King Alfonso Heraclius. Those African Moors was the first slave that was shipped to Haiti. So just to let you know that the Arabs you see now in Islam are not the same ones that we speak of that brought all this greatness to Europe. The ones we know now that controlling the Islamic religion were later came about and took over. But the first Islamic Arab people was all African, from African descent. Dark skin just like you and I. So with all this being said, this knowledge, what do you think? Because most Europeans don't know nothing about this knowledge.
Yeah.
And most black people don't know about none of this knowledge.
I'm to get my game up too. I know a little bit about the Moors of Spain. Like I said, a friend of mine was trying to educate me on that years ago. And it's like we were talking earlier about Aztecs. And most people just, when you speak of Aztecs, the first thing you think of is what? Latino. Actually, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in fact, Aztecs.
It's African.
Yeah,
it's African.
Yeah.
So, do you think if the Europeans knew all this information, would they still feel the same towards that religion, or that hatred just gonna come about? Period.
You think they don't know?
No, I got in debate with people who didn't know that.
Well, I mean, the ones in charge, they know a lot more than
but
they want to
and it's not the one that's in charge you see in that video, though.
Well, you know.
That's carrying the guns, that's protesting.
But that allowed...
They're more the sheep.
Yeah. And and the shepherd let his sheep do what?
Let him roam.
Yeah. So, of course. They want them out there doing what they're doing. They're not going to do nothing to stop it.
No. I mean, it's
hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's hand in hand. Like if you take your sheep over here to eat in my yard, you know, hey man, what you doing? You know, get your sheep over your own yard.
Right.
You know
I mean, it's just funny.
If sheep want to eat, they want to eat.
It's funny that though, no Christians leaders are coming out in support. Just the simple fact that the freedom to express your religion belief. That was the whole meaning between separation of state and church.
Leaders are no black Christian leaders.
Both.
Okay. Right.
Both. Yeah. I mean, because white Christian leaders should see the same thing and be like, "Hey, that's wrong." Yeah. I mean, if I see it's wrong, you should see it's wrong. I mean, that was nothing but hatred to have guns and what they were saying. Like the white lady who was thinking that
wrong every day though, bro. It's every day. We see it all day, every day. I will never be shocked by what I see here in this country ever. It's an everyday thing. We dying left and right, man. Every day.
But don't it seem like
they know that's wrong,
right? But don't it seem like
the jail system full of us,
right? Those times
it's
a bigger picture because how it's all tied in from Britain, Germany, and the United States, and really all the Europeans come from Britain, Germany, and then took over the United States. Yeah. So they still in the statute, but did you let you know the same people
lost ties?
Exactly. But people tend to think that it's all separate.
No.
When it's all, but you know what I'm saying? People it's like they think racism is over with.
It's mob shit, man.
Yeah, it's mob shit.
Affiliated everywhere. Real talk, affiliated everywhere. If they have to be to control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
If you want to control Oakland, if you're doing, you're out here dirty, you're doing something wrong, you want to control the whole Oakland, man, you gotta have the East and the West. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And you need somebody in Alameda. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So just keep the people dumb and blind and keep this shit going on.
That's what it's all about.
Well, I hope this information that I share will open somebody's eyes and ears to at least go do some research, because knowledge is the only thing that can bring love. Love cannot come without knowledge. It go hand in hand, love and knowledge. But right at this informational break, we'll talk to you again at 30:30, man. All right, welcome back. So I gave you some facts and my opinion. My brother gave you his opinion on it and what's going on. So all we can do is just keep the conversation open, the dialogue open. Check us out on Instagram at the Romelite Show. Check us out on Facebook at the Romelite Show. Look us up, hit like, talk to us, let us know what you think. And like always, go ahead and hit that email that's right there at the bottom and just, talk to your peoples, man. We here for you. It's the Romelite Show. Sounding off. Till next week. Peace.